Welcome to this amazing opportunity to work with the KG1 Think Compassion puppets. The KG1 students have been working on these puppets and they've been learning about people who show Think Compassion in our school. They design puppets and they design props that the puppets use. So what we want you to do is we want you to make these Think Compassion puppets take action using animation. Step 1, you'll want to take a picture of the puppet and the prop. I suggest finding a background that shows contrast to the puppet and the prop. The contrast will help when you are removing the background to make PNGs. And that's where step 2 comes in. You'll want to use an app like Background Eraser, and you'll want to bring the pictures that you just took into the app and use the eraser tools to remove the background. Now this is the process of making PNGs. You'll notice that you'll want to use the zoom functions, the pinch and zoom functions, to get really close to those edges. Try to remove all of the edges. It will take time, but eventually you'll get there. Once you've finished removing the background, you'll want to click the arrow at the top right and save as a transparent background. You'll then repeat the same process to remove the background of the prop. Once you've finished all the edges, you'll want to export using the arrow in the same way with a transparent background. Then you can find a background picture of a scene that makes sense for this particular person at Azar. Since my puppet is of Nurse Edna, I found a nurse backdrop that I can use and I saved it to my camera roll. I did some experimentation and I found that Explain Everything would be able to do what we wanted it to do. If you begin with a blank template, you start by adding your backdrop, fix it into place, click Done. Then you're going to want to add your PNGs that you exported from Background Eraser, put them in a place that makes sense, then grab the prop and put it in a place that makes sense. Then, using the record button at the bottom, you can move the PNGs around with your finger when you are using the finger tool. You can also grab the prop with a second finger and move them both at the same time. Your job is to show a little scene that makes sense for your puppet. What action would your puppet need to take? Then you can click Share and export it as a video. Once you've exported it to your camera roll, you can make a new movie project and then import the video that you just took. Tap on the clip at the bottom, you'll see a zoom button near the top so you can zoom in and make your video full screen. Then hit the record button to add some voice annotations. What would the character be saying? What makes sense for them as they're taking action? I think next step you'd want to add a title so you can split the beginning section of the clip and add some text on top of the beginning. In this case, I want to say Nurses Care and Think Compassion. That's a pretty good title. Then you double check and export. Hit on the arrow and save it as high quality as possible. Here's my example. I heard that somebody needs my help in one of the classrooms. I better go and check that out. Oh, wait, but I mustn't forget my amazing handbag. My prop with all of the materials that I might need in case somebody has an injury. I have a band-aid, I have a stethoscope, I have all these amazing materials. Okay, off to help the students. Your final step is to go to your class seesaw and add it to your student journal and find the video in your camera roll. You know the rest. And then you're done. Imagine how excited these KG1 students are going to be when they see how you made their Think Compassion puppets take compassionate action.